Hi, welcome back everyone. I am Anita and this is Sewing Yogi and this is Friday Sews. So this is just a weekly catch up of all the things that I've been doing sewing wise and any other crafty stuff that I've got up to. Thank you so much for all the subscribers, and again amazed that you have taken the time to watch my vlogs, like them and subscribe. So thank you so very much, and if you haven't subscribed then please do. And you'll also hit the like button if you like what you see. So I'm going to get straight to it. I'm wearing the Sade blouse, however you want to call it, by Named Clothing, and this is the twirl that I was going to make, and I'm kind of glad that I chickened out of cutting into the main fabric and that I did do a twirl. So I've just used some really very inexpensive fabric I bought from the market last year, I think, the end of the summer. I just found this fabric, which is probably about £1 a metre. It wasn't very expensive at all. I've got no idea what fabric is. It's, I assume, a man-made fabric. But you can see it's kind of a little bit like a gingham. But yeah, I'm not sure what it's called. So I'm in two minds as to whether I want to actually make this in the double gauze now, after all this, after all that time of saying that I was going to make it. I'm not sure I want to do it now. I'm not convinced. Now it could be that I'm just wary of the way that it falls, so I'll show you and then you can see for yourselves what you think. Okay, so I love the sleeves. I think the sleeves are amazing. I think the length of the sleeve is fine. What I've got, I did take off, I can't remember now, I took off, I think it was about 2 inches, I think, but I'll double check that in a minute. And I thought I may have got the length of this right, but I mean, from the front, I like the way it sits on the front. I haven't pulled it too much because of the fact that at the back it kind of has this billowing effect. Now I think this is due to the fact that I have a sway back, so my back curves quite a lot, and the lumbar region and the sacrum. So I always have this problem with anything like shift dresses or anything that's kind of straight down or meant to be kind of voluminous. I find that I get this excess fabric here. Now, I don't know, I can't decide whether I like it or not. I just think at the back it sits a bit too big, and when I look at myself in the mirror from the back, I'm not convinced with the way it's sitting in that area. I wouldn't want it any shorter at the front because I've pulled it up. If I turn it up and then I've pulled it tighter, it still really kind of does the same thing at the back, so I'll just tighten it a bit. And at the back it sits a little bit more, like just bunches up. The front sits fine, but again I've still got quite a lot of fabric here, and you know, I don't know what to do. So yeah, I think if I loosen it quite a lot as well, if I just keep it really loose at the front and not pull it too tightly, it does tend to hang a little bit better. So maybe it's a case of just not pulling it too tightly, and then just kind of letting it hang very loosely. I think that's probably how it's meant to be worn anyway. But yeah, I mean, I've just got it on with a ready to wear skirt that I bought. It's corduroy, this skirt. You probably can't see it in this light. But yeah, I don't know what to do. Does this look okay? Does it work? I did think that perhaps I could do a sway back adjustment, so take basically a chunk out of the back of the top and reduce that down a little bit. But you know, I just find that I'm just thinking, I can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered to adjust this pattern. Now, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the time of the year, or you know, where my head is at the moment. I just keep thinking, shall I make this adjustment? And I can't be bothered. So I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. I'm really in two minds of what to do about this. I didn't take any off the length to begin with because I tried it on the pattern piece on myself and thought, oh, that looks really short anyway. But then when I made this, it did sit too long. So I've taken an inch and a half off the waist, off the length of the bodice. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I need help. I need help. Yeah, I just don't know what to do about this bit here. You can see it's sort of just billowing out there. That's going to bug me. It's going to bug me. And even if I shorten the bodice a bit more, it still billows out at the bottom and hangs weird. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just feel so, not frustrated because, I don't know, I knew that it would be one of those patterns that I either loved or I just didn't think much of. But yeah, I suppose I am frustrated because I really, really like the pattern. Now the pattern itself is beautifully done and the instructions are really clear. Everything came together really, really well. Yeah, I didn't find anything confusing. I think it all comes together really, really neatly. And especially these bits here on the top of the arm, that's just lovely and it comes together really quickly. I didn't move anything. I didn't move the darts actually. I didn't even think about the darts, but I think they do sit where they're supposed to sit. Yeah, I mean, I really, really love the pattern. I love the details. I love the fact that the sleeves are gorgeous and the back detail. I love the way it sort of does that, and I was actually really surprised when that came up because I hadn't seen any pictures of the back. So that was a complete surprise to me. I was like, oh, it has really lovely detail on the back. And I was just completely in love with it until I put it on and I was like, oh no, don't think it works. So, yeah, it could be me. It could be just my frame of mind at the moment that I'm thinking it doesn't look that good. But, you know, you tell me, does it suit me? Does it look okay? You know, I trust that you're not going to let me go out in this if I look hideous. Please tell me. If it doesn't suit me, then, you know, say no, don't wear it. But yeah, I don't know what to do. So you may remember a couple of weeks back I was talking about doing just a quick t-shirt out of the fabric I'd already previously made my dad's t-shirts out of, and I was just going to use this pattern from the Shannon collection. This just a little tiny, quite basic t-shirt, and I knocked that up quite quickly. It's quite a quick little pattern, and here it is. And I actually really, really like this pattern. It's very simple, but I really like the design of it because it's a kind of raglan sleeve, but it's a really nice fit if it's not too loose fitting. That's what I'm trying to say. My words aren't coming out properly, but yeah, it's not too loose fitting and it sits quite nicely. And you have a little a band that goes around the sleeve, which is the same as the neckband. I really like that detail. I think I prefer having a little bind, what do you call that around the neck binding and the armhole binding, that's it. I prefer that just to then turning under and just stitching it. I think that looks nicer, in my opinion. But yeah, I thought that was just a nice little quick make out of the remnants of that fabric I have for my dad. And yeah, I think in the summer it'll be great. I haven't been able to wear it, of course, at the moment. Honestly, in the UK at the moment, it's freezing. It is so, so cold. I'm still wearing all my winter stuff. And now this is why I'm going to say now about the Me Made May. It's just gone to rubbish for me. I've just not bothered. I've not bothered putting anything up. I've probably put a few items up. Every day I look out and think, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't think of anything that I've made that would suit the weather we have right now. I don't actually think I have that many winter items that I've made myself. I've made the odd thing, but I haven't made enough winter style clothes in my opinion. So I think this is probably a good thing to show me that I need to make more wintry stuff. I can't think. I've looked through the wardrobe and no, nothing's doing it. Nothing is in there that I've made for myself that I want to wear. I just want to get into the biggest, snuggliest jumpers that I've got, and yeah, I'm not felt inspired. I haven't got that many in my collection yet, so I think I'll leave it probably for next year, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more in the terms of a variety of things that I can wear every single day. Yeah, so that's the end of that. Let's put that to bed. Hello, so I'm back. This is the following day. Thought I'd try and space this out this week so I can get more in. The other week, was it last week? It may have been last week or the week before. It was Mother's Day in the US and there were lots of sales on for the pattern companies. Now I know I said I wasn't going to buy any more patterns, but once there's a sale on, so there were a few patterns I have been kind of hankering after for a while, and I'd already earmarked them as ones I were going to buy when there were sales on. And I know that True Buyers had a sale on. They don't normally have sales on. Well, I've never noticed them to have a sale on. So I went on there to have a look for the Hudson pants for my husband. So I know that he really needs some new loungewear. He's ones that he's got which are just shop bought, ready to wear ones. It's starting to look a bit sort of worn out now. So I'd already planned on perhaps getting him that pattern. So I went on there just to have a look and noticed that there was a sale. And then obviously all hell broke loose and I went mad and bought lots of patterns. So one of the patterns that I bought, which I have seen quite a few versions of recently, and I think I saw it as a sign from the gods to say, buy that pattern. So I've gone and bought the pattern and I printed it out, and it is the True Bias Shelby dress. Now I haven't got a picture of it here, but I'll pop it up in the pictures on the screen. I've just literally printed this off yesterday and I'm gonna have to do the dreaded task of sticking it together. Really hate that task, but it's got to be done, and there's so many pages, so many. It's going to take me probably a week to get that put together, but I really want it. I have printed off view A and view C, which is the shorter version of the dress and the romper. Yeah, I think I'm probably more likely to wear the shorter version than the longer version, so I've just printed that off. Yeah, I'm going to be there for a long time, aren't I? And then I also bought the Marlow sweater. And I know that when the pattern came out, there was a discount for it, but I missed that discount. So I was a bit annoyed that I didn't get it. But I thought, well, you know, there'll be another sale on. And sure enough, there was. So I bought the Marlow sweater pattern. I've also purchased the Lander pants pattern. Now, again, I have seen quite a few versions of these pants. I liked the shorts version that Kath Craft did over on her YouTube channel or and her Instagram page. I noticed that she'd got some, and yeah, she's made a really beautiful pair. She makes some gorgeous things. Yeah, so I really wanted those, and I couldn't resist. I actually hovered with them in the basket for quite a few hours, thinking, shall I, shan't I? And then I thought, yeah, I'm going to get them and then make the shorts version. I'm not sure if I'll make the actual trouser pants version. I'm going to definitely do the shorts, however. And then I also bought the Hudson pants for myself, because I thought, well, if I'm getting my husband them, I might as well get myself them too. I know that everybody, you know, bangs on about this pattern, and for a long time I thought, I'm going to resist this pattern because everyone keeps going on about it. I'm a bit weird like that. If there is a popular pattern out there that gets talked about a lot and people mention a lot, I don't really want to buy it, and I don't know where this comes from. Some deep psychological thing within me that just makes me not want it. So yeah, I've given in and I bought the Hudson pants. And then also the Green Style Creations also had sales on, and I'd already said that I wanted to buy some active wear. So again, I couldn't resist. I went on there, had a look at the active wear. I couldn't decide which ones to buy. I sat there for ages looking at the different versions, the different styles, and then I went into my own drawers and found my yoga pants and the ones I run in, and which ones I find the most comfortable, and kind of went with the ones that were the most similar to the ones that I had that were most comfortable. And I went with first I think it's called the Stride tights. Yeah, it might be the Stride tights. I went with those because I liked the fact that they had the big thick band around, and the seam lines sit where I like them. Now this is sounds a bit strange, but when you're doing yoga, the seam lines are quite important. It's not good to have too many seam lines in the wrong places. So there were a few others on there that had seam lines going across calf muscles, thigh muscles, and they don't work if you're doing yoga in them. Great for running, but not if you're doing yoga. And I specifically have quite muscular calves, and so they dig in and can be quite uncomfortable. So I didn't want anything like that. So I thought the stride tights were more likely the ones that I was probably going to find the most comfortable. And then I looked at the lift leggings. Now these are the new versions that they've just come out with. And I've got to be honest, I wasn't convinced with them when I first looked at them because they have this weird ruching that goes on at the back. And I just thought they looked a bit obscene. I don't know why. I just thought, I don't know if I like this. I don't know. I looked at the pictures that they have on the site, and then I also went onto Instagram and had a look. Now you can make the ruching, I think, is more detailed or obvious as you like, so you can have it quite minimum. You don't have to have it really ruched, or you can have it quite ruched. But I just thought, I'm not sure about these. These look a bit wrong. And I definitely would not wear them in my classes, and there's no way that I would wear those in my classes. I'm quite old-fashioned. When I first started teaching yoga, which was like 17 years ago, there were strict rules as to what you could wear here in the UK. There was only really one main governing body in the UK at that time, and that was the school that I went with and trained with. And they were quite specific about what you were allowed to wear in classes, so it was nothing too revealing. It had to be quite plain. It had to be it had to be quite sensible, if that makes sense. Now the rules don't apply anymore. I mean, look at that. You just have to look up Instagram for yoga gear, and you will find that there's all sorts out there now. But back when I started, it wasn't that case. So yeah, I thought, there's no way I would wear those in my classes. I just think they're a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think you should be really accentuating the bottom area. I don't really want to accentuate my bottom area anyway in my classes. So I thought, I don't know, I'm not sure about these. But then the more I looked at them, the more I thought, well, they're actually quite flattering and they do look really comfortable. So I probably would buy those and wear them for running, not for my yoga practice. So I've bought them just because I thought, well, I'm just going to go for it, buy them. And then weirdly, I had an email from them saying happy birthday. And I thought, well, it's not my birthday. What's going on? Why are they sending me an email saying it's my birthday? And they were offering me 15% off. I was like, what? Why? Anyway, I eventually worked it out that I went on there and I must have put my birthday in wrong when I was registering. And they thought it was my birthday. So I got 15% off after the sales had ended and went on there and bought another. And I bought another top because I thought, well, I'm taking this as my birthday present to myself, which will be my birthday in November. That's my present. So I bought what's it called? I've got my little notes down here. It's the Jillian Tank. So I thought that was quite a good tank to have. You can apparently wear this out. I probably wouldn't wear it out, but there's two variations that you can make, the inner version and then the outer version. I probably wouldn't bother with the outer version. But yeah, I thought that was quite good. So yeah, loads of patterns. Try not to feel too guilty because it was on the sales. And I mentioned in the last vlog that I was going to turn a pair of jeans into a denim skirt. Couldn't think of what it was called then, denim skirt. So I gave it a go. Now I think unfortunately this denim that I've used is just not very good. It's really thin and it's probably more like chambray. It's very soft and it's almost kind of stretched out. The fabric itself was wrong when I cut it up. I just thought this is not sitting how it's supposed to. So from the front they look okay. Oh, but if you can see there's some strange, it doesn't sit right at the back here and it almost kind of kicks out a little bit like a fishtail. And I think it's because of this fabric. This fabric is really not very good. I think it would work better if it was a really good, strong, sturdy denim. So I'm going to definitely do that again, but in a better jean that's not rubbish, basically. So yeah, that was that. So I had a little wander into the town on Tuesday just to see whether my market was open, and hallelujah, it was open. I've never been so happy. So I had a little wander around, and I hadn't really taken that much money with me because obviously it's a market, they're only going to accept cash. But I did have a little wander, walked around for a bit, and because I bought that Shelby dress pattern, I did have something in mind of buying something for that. Had a little wander. I've discovered that they had some beautiful fabric, and oh, I love this so much. I love it. I just think it's beautiful. It's a black background with some red flowers on it, and I just think it's gorgeous. I think it will make a beautiful summery dress. So I bought 3 meters of that, and again, it was a steal, £2 a metre. Can't go wrong with £2 a metre. And so yeah, I thought, well, I'll get 3 meters because I'm not sure how many meters I need for this dress, but I can't imagine it's going to probably take 3 meters. But then, you know, after I bought it, I found some other fabric, and then I thought, I think that's going to probably be a Shelby dress. This can perhaps be made into something else. I'm not sure yet. I'll just get that fabric. So this one's been washed, so it's a little bit creased. And you'll probably know why I've got this cardigan on today. This is a ready-to-wear cardigan. But I thought it was just going to match beautifully. So it's a white and black polka dot. I just think this screams summer to me. It's very simple. You know, probably seen plenty of dresses made out of a black and white polka dot, but I just think it looked gorgeous. So I think that I'm probably going to try and make the Shelby dress out of this. Now I could only get 2 meters out of this one because I've got no money left. Again, it was £2 a metre, but I just didn't have enough money to purchase any more. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go. I haven't looked at the pattern yet to see how much I need. But if I do need more, then I can probably go back next week and get some, because he did have quite a big roll of it. So fingers crossed he still has it next week if I do need to get more. But yeah, I mean, what a bargain, £2 a metre. And it's really lovely quality. It's a lovely viscose, gorgeous. So yeah. And then finally, my knitting. I'll show you where I've got to on my knitting. I haven't got that far. I've probably got a few more rows on there, but not as many as I would have liked. It does take me a while to get through one row at the moment because there's so many, and they're literally bursting off the needles. I don't even going to be able to get any more on here. But yeah, I've got quite a bit done, I think. I'm quite happy with it. It's looking really good. You know, it's got all the, you know, the nice sort of pattern in there, that little pattern there that separates the sleeves from the front bodice. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good. So yeah, I'm getting on with it, just slowly, you know, a couple of rows a night, probably, not very many. I'm just losing all my, that's the only problem, because I've got so much on the needle, they keep sliding off the end of the needle. Even though I've got those rubbery things that stick on the ends, they keep dropping off. So yeah, I shall get more of that done. I think I'm nearly at the stage where I've got to take off the, not staying on, I've got to take off the sleeves, and I think you basically put them on a piece of thread, tie them off so that you can just leave those for later, and then you carry on knitting the rest. I'm not quite sure. I haven't watched all of the tutorial yet. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I'm really, really enjoying it. I've had to unravel it. I must admit, I've had to unravel this a few times. I did have a hole. I only noticed I must have dropped a stitch because I had a little hole, and I thought, oh no, I've got to try and undo it all. But I managed it. I don't know how. I mean, I was sweating while I was doing this. I was like, sweat was pouring off me, trying to unravel it very gently and thread the needle back through the loops so I wasn't losing any. And then of course putting my markers back in the right place, because I didn't want to lose where my markers were. I thought, I'm going to mess this up. So it was a bit of a stress, but I managed it somehow. And yeah, I'm going to try now to just try and not make any more mistakes. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really, really enjoying doing that. I'm going to have a cardigan soon, hopefully. It's really thick as well, this wool. Really, really wool. The yarn is really, really super thick. It's going to be a very warm one. So just one small other little thing that I've had this week. If you follow Sew Over It on their Instagram page, you may have seen my post that has arrived. They got in touch with me a couple of weeks ago and asked if they could use my post of me wearing my Edie top. And of course I said, yes, please do use it, because that would be amazing. I'd be over the moon if you did. And then they used it on Thursday. So if you do follow them on Instagram, you would have seen my post. And if you don't, then I'll put a quick picture of it up in here of the shot that they used. And to me, this is huge. This is like a massive thing. I'm really, really flattered that they thought it was good enough, because, we make stuff to suit ourselves, really. And with my makes, I just think as long as I'm happy with them, then that's good. So for someone else, the pattern company specifically, to think that they're good enough to put on their feed, then is amazing. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a little boast about that, and because I'm just so overjoyed, and it's literally, I was dancing around the house. So yeah, I just thought I'd add that in. So that's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed catching up with me and seeing what I've been getting up to, and please comment to anything that you would like to comment on, i.e. the Sade blouse would be really helpful. Yeah, and thanks for watching, and if you've liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up, and of course if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notifications of my new vlogs. Hopefully it's every week. I'm trying to get my Friday sews in every week, and it's a nice way of just catching up, getting everything out that I need to say for the week of all I've been doing, because I have got a memory like a sieve, and I do forget so quickly. So forgive me if I've not covered anything that you're interested in seeing. It'll probably be in next week's vlog when I remembered after filming this. So yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, and please carry on taking the time out to watch them if you can, because I'm really loving doing this. I find it so therapeutic, and it's really good fun. Thanks ever so much for watching. Have an amazing weekend, whatever you do. I'm off up to Liverpool this weekend, so I'm not going to get much sewing done. We are off to see my mother-in-law. My husband's mom's birthday is tomorrow, Saturday. So yeah, we're going to be going out for a meal. I can't believe it. It's going to be amazing. The first meal out, proper meal out, I think, since Christmas time. I can't even remember when was the last time. Maybe even my birthday, November. I can't remember. So yeah, it would be nice to see her and catch up. And I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody, and sending you all love and light as always. Bye.